Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Sunday, December 16th, 2018. A lot of the snow is melting now, which is nice. I think this week I'm going to be able to get out here and start working on this area here. And so, still a lot of snow on the roof over here. But up on here, as you can see, the snow is all gone up on top of here. So, and there is Brian's solar panel for the camper. So it's an interesting, different view from up on top. We've basically been focusing this last year and stuff in the front area here, and there's still a lot of cleanup and work to do in there. And I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna start limbing up these trees and working on that part of it and getting that done and getting that cleaned up. So it'll take a little bit of time, but it'll be worth it. I'll get a lot of wood out of those trees, and so that'll be wood for next year. And but anyway, so actually, what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to show you here. So here's my chimney cap. Okay, so it builds up this creosote in the cap itself. So what I do, and I'm just going to show you real quick, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the topic. But I just take the knife and the reason that I'm doing this now, it's not built up that bad, but it's starting to build up. We've had times where I've had to come up here in the middle of the night, because what happens is once this gets clogged up, it'll backdraft into the house and we'll get smoke in the house, which we don't want to get. So I would rather do this when I choose to do this, and not when it chooses for me, like I said, in the middle of the night or whatever, and we got a fire going. I mean, I got a fire going right now, but you can't really tell because it's burning hot enough that you can't even see the smoke. So that's kind of what I'm going to be working on, and I'll spin this around and do all these and clear that all up. But I wanted to talk about, we're going to talk about this real quick here. We're going to talk about Bill HB-16-1436, okay? And that is the red flag bill that has been passed through the Senate and the House, and different states have adopted the bill. And we've talked a little bit about this before, but I wanted to get into a little bit more detail with this now. I think there's 8 or 9 states that already have it in place, and more are looking to pass it into place. And basically what the law of this bill is if a family member or immediate household member thinks somebody is at risk or a danger to themselves or others, they can come in with no due process, take that person's weapons out of the home. So realistically, all this is a gun confiscation thing. They call it the extreme risk. It's extreme risk orders. So, and like I said, it's family members can turn you in, or household members. So let's look at that for a second. Who could possibly be a person that could turn somebody in? Okay, so you're divorced, which a lot of us out there are, and you have your kids part of the time, and she has your kids part of the time. Well, your ex, be it male or female, can say, I think that this person is a danger. They have my children in the home, and so I feel that they're at risk. And it can be done completely vengefully, with no backing behind that. And they will come in and they will take your guns, and then you have to prove that you are mentally sound, and hopefully you will get your guns back. Okay, so that is not the way that should be. As far as there's no due process there. There's no protection for the victim, and the victim would be the one having their guns taken away. So what would like I said, so that's just one example of what could happen. Okay, the other thing is, it's like with this bill, there is nothing in the bill to help treat the person who supposedly has this mental disorder. So there's absolutely no protection for that person. I want to make sure this is turned enough so you guys can see this okay. Okay. So there's no protection for this person that supposedly is a risk or a danger to themselves. Well, they have laws in place where if they feel that somebody's a danger or a risk, that they can be a mental health arrest, and they can be held for 72 hours to have a psychiatric evaluation. That's already in place. So if somebody is a danger, or they think that that person is a danger, they can do that, which that law is already in place, and then you can follow a due process. And if a psychiatrist or a doctor says, yes, this person is a danger, then they can go in and they can, secure the guns or give them to a family member or something like that, take the guns away from that person. So, these are the things that are going on. And like I said, this is not about, it's not about safety, it's not about helping people. This is just another way of doing a gun confiscation and circumventing, the laws that are in place. I don't know if you guys can see this one. This side is pretty creosoted up here. But, I want to hear what you guys think. I mean, it's like these people are not stupid, okay? These people that have an agenda, that want to disarm us as citizens, they have an agenda, and they will go and they will circumvent anything that they have to circumvent in order to get what they want, okay? So that's something that I really, truly want you guys to think about, all right? So another thing I wanted to talk about real quick here while I was thinking about it, because it's like I forgot to mention it in yesterday's video. Right now, Legacy sale is going on through today and also tomorrow, 20% off of everything. So on my website, I also include all my merchandise on the website as well. So I have t-shirts, coffee mugs as well that are available on the website. Those are also 20% off. If you go to preppernurse1.com, you will see the banner on the top, and it's going to give you that discount code that you can use when you check out of the website. And if you're looking to get an order, today and tomorrow would be the last days that you could do that, because the sale ends on the 17th. Well, it's actually 3 o'clock in the morning East Coast time. It'll be midnight West Coast time. Okay, so if you're interested in getting some freeze-dried food, which is a nice thing to have as far as a backup goes, you definitely should have freeze-dried food in your storage. And like I said, you might as well have something that tastes good. I heard something up there, I don't know. So you might as well have something that tastes good. And Legacy is very, very tasty. I've done probably 5 or 6 reviews on different things already that we've tried with Legacy. Actually got a couple more things that I want to do a review on. But yeah, this isn't bad today at all. And like I said, I would rather do this now than get up here in the middle of the night with a flashlight while it's snowing and the wind is blowing. Because that's actually what happened, I think, last winter. I actually ended up coming up here. It was the middle of the night, and thank God I was home and I wasn't at work. And because what would the kids have done? They wouldn't have known that this was the issue, and they would have been in a panic because you got smoke backfilling into the house. And if you let the wood stove run out and let it burn off, then you have no way to heat the house. So because we heat with wood. So I guess I'm gonna let that sit. I don't want to put that up there. It'll end up getting too hot. But like I said, it's there's a lot of stuff going on with the government. Everything, guys, realistically, is about control. So they're going to continue to pass more and more laws that are going to restrict you from your rights. They've done it over and over and over again, and they do it a little bit at a time, so it's almost like you don't even notice it. And I know that other countries around the world are getting to that point where they've had enough, and they're fighting back, and they're saying, I'm not taking this crap anymore. Somebody had said, will it happen in America? And you know what? I don't know, because there is a lot of lazy people in America that have no motivation, and as long as they have their cable TV and their comfy chair and their warm house and their food in their mouth, they won't do a thing. They will sit there and just let the world burn down around them, because if it doesn't affect them directly, they don't care. So until something happens that affects people directly, I don't think you're going to see anything happen in this country. And at some point, you got to get to where enough is enough, though. It has to come to that point. But so anyway, so this area over here, once this is all cleaned up, I'm going to move the solar panels from here back behind the propane tank, and hopefully get them up higher on a better rack, and that we'll get definitely much better sunshine, and that'll be a better area in the front here. Like I said, I think I've told you guys I want to do greenhouses up in the front. So the garden is there and it's already fenced in. So I would like to extend that whole area and turn it into different greenhouses as well. So we'll see. You know, time is going to tell with all that, and obviously finances plays a big part of that as well. So, but anyway, so that's what's going on, guys. I definitely would like to hear the feedback on this. What do you think of the red flag law? What do you think of their things that they have in place? There's a lot of things that are very sketchy with this as far as I'm concerned. You know, there's not a lot of protection for the victim, and the victim is the one having their guns taken away on the say-so of a former family. You know, like I said, it could be your ex-wife or ex-husband looking to be vindictive. I mean, here's another great example. Let's say you have a couple going through a divorce, okay? And the husband has been very mentally unstable and threatening the wife and stuff like that. So the wife goes out and she buys herself a pistol to protect herself because of, you know, the way that this person is acting. And the husband, with this red flag law, says, well, listen, she's got guns in the house and she's unstable and I'm scared that she's going to hurt the children or blah, blah, blah. They will come and take that woman's guns, and then she has no way to defend herself against the ex-husband who is not stable. I mean, that's just one example of what could happen. So I definitely want to hear you guys' feedback on this topic. I want to hear what you have to say, what you think. What do you think about this red flag law? Like a buddy of mine, he told me that he had never even heard of it until I brought it up. We've already had one person killed down in Maryland because of this, where they went to confiscate this guy's guns at 5:15 in the morning, and the police killed this guy. And of course, they write the report, so it goes whatever way they say it went. And think about that too, you know. So very, very scary stuff. So, you know, pay attention. It might be time to think if they do this universally or unilaterally across the country, and every state has this red flag law, it might be time to have some caches buried away and some of your stuff buried away, so if they do come to confiscate, they're not going to get all your stuff, okay? So something to think about, guys. Remember, we are all in this together. We got to work together. We got to try to help each other if we can. And remember, guys, STD, or well, actually, remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. So, real important to tell the people how you care about, how you feel about them. All right? And remember STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you will be able to do it if you work methodically at it. You really will. It really makes a big difference. Okay? Have a great day, everybody. I will talk to you all tomorrow. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.